Hello everyone, I'm Lyrical Artist, and as promised, here is redrawing some old art. The first character up is Jayla Yuki, who was a Yu-Gi-Oh! GX OC I had years ago. And I think out of all of these, that this particular piece is the oldest, which is why I'm redrawing her first. I think I've redrawn her once before, but I'm going to say that if I have, I much prefer the version of her that I've redrawn now, because she's fucking rad as shit the way she turns out. So way back when, I think I was like, God, I want to say it was 14, 13, early DeviantArt ages. Old URL. You can actually still find my YouTube channel under that, and I'm keeping that YouTube channel up simply because it's got old art that I look back on sometimes and I'm like, damn, I have come a long way. You can read all the info about her. Just some really cringy info. She was like Jaden's twin sister, and she went to a different academy at first. She was a self-insert. She was me, but she was cooler. And she was straight TM. Like, she was one of those straights, because I grew up in a small southern town. I used to be one of those straights. Now I'm queer as shit. Whoops. How did that happen? So yeah, she's just a cool character now. She's gonna keep the same name and be worked into my webcomic. And this character, I think her name is Lily. Or like her name when I made her was Lily. I'm keeping the same general pose for her because, I don't know, I drew her on a base and I was like, I want to keep the same general kind of posing, but she looks a little bit more relaxed the way I did it, I think. Or at least, I think that might actually just be like the final thing where I put all three characters I'm drawing together. Lily was a, what was she? She was Tokyo Mew Mew OC. She was part white Bengal tiger, I think. Or not specifically Bengal, but she was like part white tiger. That was her Mew Mew power. And she had like white hair. I didn't capture any of her Mew Mew art because I didn't feel like redrawing the Mew Mew art because I'm not. It's been ages since I watched Tokyo Mew Mew, so I didn't feel like doing any of that. I might actually go back and do that later, but I had this massive aversion. I just remembered I had this massive aversion to putting any of my characters in skirts ever, which is why Lily is wearing one now, because I'm just like, fuck it, younger me, put your characters in a skirt. This character is actually the first persona I remember having, and so the name she originally went by is actually my birth name, which is my dead name, and I don't want to go by that anymore, so I'm actually going to rename this character when she gets worked into my comic. And she's got this strand of hair in her forehead that in most of the art I did of her was shaped like a crescent moon. So I decided to just give her that sign on her forehead and just say, fuck it, she's gonna be one of those OCs. And I have no idea what I'm gonna name her. But again, with the her being a white tiger, I had a thing. Thought white tigers were cool. Tigers are still cool. White tigers are still really cool. But, I don't know, man. Just not my thing. I like how she's also... she was my persona, but drawn in a Sonic OC style. I decided to chop her hair really short and make it scraggly, and she's totally trans. She's just she's a cool character. I've been thinking about reworking her design because I was just like, I had some ideas. And here I start the coloring process, so everyone's not gonna be, fucking white people. I'm changing the colors. I'm keeping some of them the same. Like, I kept the color of her shirt, which, I think it's generally the same color as when I originally did her. The video that I pulled this from is incredibly low quality. I made it like 6 years ago. It's like her shirt and her hair are going to be the same color. And her eyes will be generally the same color, but I'm not going to pull her eye color because I don't think I colored those eyes. A lot of my characters actually had the same kind of personality in this age. I think I made her with MS Paint, her original art. It's so scraggly and jagged. I know I was using a mouse, because I didn't get a tablet until last year, so all of my art until like June of last year has been created with a tablet, or created with a mouse. June of last year I got my tablet. So I think she was made in, I'm fairly certain actually that she was made in MS Paint because I didn't have Photoshop at the time. And now I don't have Photoshop again. I have Psy. Psy is what I use because I don't know, I just ended up preferring it. One had made her eyes smaller because they just seemed too large, but I only did the one because the other one, I don't know why I didn't do the other one. And I'm pretty sure that this character is the most recent out of all of them because A, she was going by my legal birth name as opposed to the name I was going by at school, which was based off my birth middle name. I resketched her face a little bit and then decided I didn't want to do that, but then I resketched it again and it's still not quite right, but this is just like a really messy sketch. And you'll notice that I am coloring like a really messy sketch, like hers in particular is especially messy. So I was just kind of like, I think I did her sketch in like 11 minutes, not gonna lie. These sketches are really messy. And the final version of these, I think for a little while, is just going to be kind of like a Patreon exclusive content that'll reach the masses in a little bit. But I am trying to boost my Patreon, so there's quite a bit of Patreon exclusive content, and I'm going to be working on producing more Patreon exclusive content as it goes on. I'm keeping her same general color scheme. I believe the white parts of her fur was actually pure white, but I didn't go with that for this. She's like kind of a gray, which will be more noticeable when I actually color her shirt, which I just went with the pure white with. And that's part of the reason why I didn't want to go with the pure white, because her shirt was going to be white. And I kept a bright orange stripe in the middle, and the more I looked at it, and I was thinking this while I was coloring it too, the more I looked at it, I was like, this looks like fucking Dirk Jake. I just made a character with Dirk Jake as her shirt. And her hair is so messy that I'm not quite sure where the lines fall. I lightened up her hair because Lily had dark hair. I think for a while Jayla did as well, but then she had green hair. I think she dyed it. Jayla's a fucking train wreck. She was Jaden's twin sister, and all of these characters were like Mary Sue OC self-inserts. Now it's Jayla's turn. Jayla's gonna be a person. I think at one point Jayla's story was that she was a dual monster spirit that for some reason everyone could see. Just dumb. She was a Slifer despite having the talent to be more than that. She's the one I remember the most about despite being an older character. And originally I was gonna give her like a bright red shirt, and I was like, nope, no, I don't want to do that. Then I will forever remember her Slifer. Fucking Mary Sue ass Sliferness. Lily, I don't know how much I did with Lily. I did a lot with Jayla. And then a Fursona is just a Fursona. She was like OP, she had all the magics. And that's pretty much all I remember about it. She was in love with Tails. I was so salty when Tails and Cosmo happened in the fucking Sonic X. Oh, I was a weird kid. Those are the girls. They are a lesbian squad. I love them. they're gonna get a new life in my webcomic that I'm still working on the whole process of the story of. I don't want to start it too soon. I was actually changing up the basic concept, and so hopefully that'll be coming out like this year. I want to really push that, get it done. I'll see you guys in the next video, which is just gonna be like your standard speed draw. Bye.